works out here. Hopefully I don't end up in this pond. That would be a way to start the stream. First off, I'm not going to be able to answer any questions here because we are right next to a mud hole, and I'm trying not to bury the air seeder out here, so it's kind of lots of concentration here. Oh, that looks wet. Let's get out of there. Try to. Even see the pond actually from your angle. You might be able to see a little bit of it. We're going to try to get not stuck here. Let's actually not go that way. Yeah, so the pond's over on this side, so I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but like I said, I do not want to get too close, especially with this air seeder too. It's not like the disc drill. It does not do very good in the mud, so. And I was not planning to be seeded around this mud hole to start this stream off either. I kind of actually forgot there was a water hole in this field. So that's a lot of these water holes usually aren't here. It's not every year they're here. So the last 2 years we didn't have like any water holes just because everything was so dry. But then after all the snow we had this winter, we have lots and lots and lots of mud holes all over the place. Alright, we're going to pull it out of the ground, shut our seat off. That's probably going to be okay actually. I'll have to kind of seat out our little piece here. But welcome in there, guys. How's everyone going? Joe, nice to see you, buddy. Ray, how's it going? David, Josh. Oh yeah, Josh, we're gonna be out here for a while. Mac, how's it going there, buddy? Epic, nice to see you. How you doing? Let's see, anyone else? All right, the Dark One, what's going on? Yeah, she probably does, Dark One. Yeah, let's see. I think we're gonna flip around here. It's gonna be kind of hard to answer questions right now, like I said, just because we are going to be trying to kind of get around this little water hole here. Trying our best anyways. After we get around the water hole though, it should be pretty smooth sailing, as long as we don't end up in the bottom of the cottonwood coulee. Alright. Get our seed back on here. I might be able to answer a quick question here. Oh yeah, no Josh, it is, oh, it's such a blast. I can't even lie. That's like I was saying in that first stream earlier. Spring seeding time is probably one of my favorite times of the year on the farm. Just between the nice weather and everything else, and then just this job is so much fun. I just always love seeding. It's definitely one of my favorite activities on the farm here. By activities, I mean part of my job that I get paid for. Alright, let's see here. So we might just go around this thing again. That might be the simplest way to do it. Yeah, it's always a little bit more interesting in real life too, especially with the water holes and stuff, because you kind of got a little bit of anxiety about getting stuck in some of those mud holes and whatnot too. So it's not like we're in the game. If you mess up, you can just kind of say, oh, it's not a big deal. In real life, it's not very fun if you get one of these things stuck in a mud hole. It's a lot of weight you got to get pulled out then. That's working good there. I kind of wish I had the GoPro pointed this other way. Should have maybe set that up, but trying to think how many hours I've actually been in the tractor so far today. So it's about 10 o'clock. I think I switched the boss off, and I think it's about 5 right now. So we got, let's see, we got about 7 hours so far in the tractor here. So definitely not a full day of seeding yet. That'll be tomorrow. Because yeah, like I said earlier too, this is our first day of seeding for this year. So it's, yeah, not the earliest start in the morning. And man, it's getting windy out there too. It's nasty. Oh, we're almost missing a little bit. Trying not to. There we go. Actually, I got some really cool drone footage earlier, seeding along the coulee, and I think that's going to turn out pretty sweet too. Actually, Keg and I were talking a little bit earlier today that I got so much footage already this week. Lots of GoPro and drone footage, different stuff. That's one thing. I love doing these live streams, but the actual footage I get, it's always just a little bit nicer quality. So I always enjoy doing the videos as well too, just because things are a little bit nicer quality and a little nicer editing and stuff compared to a live stream. After this, we should be good to kind of start running straight here again. Use the old GPS. Alright, get flipped around. And then when we're using the GPS, I'll actually be able to show you guys the water hole. Actually, here, I'll flip you around real quick so you can see kind of what we're looking at. So, yep, there's just a little water hole in the field, and this is a little one. You guys might not even be able to see it, but there's a really big one about a quarter mile that way. So there we go. Oh man, I love this magnetic mount too. This thing is awesome. Okay, let's see here. Let's get lined up and head towards the coulee here. We got the GPS on, that's what I was just hitting over here. Gonna drop the air seeder back in. And away we go. Looks like there's some bones out in the field too, actually. Look like some jaw bones from an animal. Alright. Everything's looking good. I'll do a quick check here and then we can see what you guys are talking about. Interesting way to start the stream off here. Alright, what's next we've been having? Actually, that's a good idea, Keg. I actually still have some snacks left, but I had a tuna wrap for lunch. Like I said earlier, I had no idea we were going to be seeding today, so my lunch was kind of just thrown together at the last minute. Some chips and stuff with that, a little peanut bar and stuff, but I think I got some chips left and protein bar I think I got in here still. Yeah, if you guys have ever had these chips, ooh, these things are good. Especially the jalapeno ones, they're just delicious, so I was going to save this for a snack if I needed it. How many acres left to seed? I don't actually even know the answer to that one, Josh. The boss still hasn't told me how many acres we're seeding total. I didn't even know what crops we were seeding until a couple days ago, so yeah, that's one thing we can definitely use on this farm is a little bit better communication. So I was kind of slightly annoyed this morning because, like I said yesterday, I had no idea we were even going to be seeding this week because my boss kept kind of saying, well, it's pretty muddy, maybe next week we'll start seeding. And then this morning he's like, well, let's fill up the air seeder. I hope you have your lunch ready because you're going to be in the tractor all day. And I was like, a heads up would have been really cool. So, but he's got a lot of stuff on his brain at the same time too, so. Let's see. Hello, what's going on there? Biggie, Case Boy, Faber, Bill. Man, we got all kinds of awesome people in here right now. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Charles, what's going on? And Bruce Raiden, thank you, Bruce. An awesome stream. It's always good to see what Bruce is doing over there. He was playing on Blackwater Bottoms today. Make sure we're not missing anybody here. Let's see, Blur, how's it going there, Blur? Nice to see you, buddy. Creighton must have been popping in there too. How's it going, Creighton? Nice to see you. First day corn harvest. Oh yeah. Ooh, Angus bacon cheddar cheeseburger. That sounds delicious. Flexicoil for the win, dude. That's what we need in game, is some Flexicoil air seeders here. Hey, John Deere, man, how's it going there, buddy? Well, we don't have the John Deere air seeder out here. We got the Flexicoil today, but I actually still need to finish working on the John Deere air seeder. It's sitting actually right over there in the yard. So, and here, I'll show you guys. And Jason, how's it going there, buddy? Nice to see ya. Sound like the wife now would have been nice to know. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Yeah. Heads up would have been nice. 4 jobs. Ooh, wow, Crane, that is busy. Yeah, I'll grab the camera here. I can show you how close we are to the house. So we're actually, these are some of our closest, actually, this is almost some of the closest fields to the actual farm here. You guys can kind of see the cab and stuff too. So yeah, here's kind of the cab view I have all day. Just kind of looking out there. That's the Flexicoil monitor for the air seeder right there. But yeah, so we're heading kind of south towards the coulee right now. And then if we look just kind of over here, that's the main farm right there. And then on the right side of it, that's my uncle's house. But yeah, so we're pretty close to the actual farm. That's the neighbor's place right over here. But yeah, if I do have issues, I can just kind of go on the back side of the cow's pasture and then walk across the pasture and grab a vehicle if I need it. So at least I'm not super far away, because yeah, the uncle's actually at church tonight, so I am on the farm by myself again trying to get stuff done. And there's the old Flexicoil working away. Not too bad. So I actually didn't even start working on the Flexicoil until about halfway through yesterday, so it didn't actually need a whole lot of stuff to get ready. I just had to grease some stuff up and air up all the tires and replace a couple of hoses, and it was ready to go. So yeah, then here's kind of the GPS setup. And so this is a little button I press just to get our steering activated. So yeah, once I'm lined up on those red lines, then I just have to hit that little button on the top and the GPS is activated, and then I don't have to steer anything, so pretty handy. I'm gonna flip you guys back over there and see what you guys are chatting about. Maybe. That's one thing, is kind of got to make sure I get all the angles right again. Tighten everything back down. And Bruce, how's it going there, buddy? Nice to see you. Both hands on the... Now we don't need any hands on the wheel on this thing. Yeah, that's most of all of our stuff on the farm here has GPS in it. Yeah, this tractor has it, the John Deere tractor has it, sprayers have it, combine has it, pretty much everything has it. Hey again there, Mama Bear, nice to see ya. Oh, nice there, Jason. Yeah, have fun there. Yeah, enjoy the nice weather if you got it, buddy. And Kobe, how's it going there? Nice to see ya. Man, it's good seeing everybody. I appreciate 23 people in here. Yes, we are in the case there, Hoodie. Nice to see you there too, by the way, buddy. Yep, the 9280. I don't know if we can see the number, actually. We might be able to see the number here quick. Pop you guys off here again. Yep, so there we are, the good old 9280 Case IH. I could almost hop out of the tractor, but that's not very safe. You can see it's very red back here, so. Yep, and I'll keep saying that this little magnetic GoPro holder has been the best purchase I've gotten recently. We're actually coming up to the coulee here, which means we're going to be turning around in a second, so I better pay attention here. Yeah, no, I think you said that before, John Deere, man. I can't remember if I asked where you're from or not. Helper Hayes blocked by an object. Nice case, boy. We don't have too many objects to worry about here unless we end up at the bottom of one of these coulees. Or run into one of the neighbor's bales, but I don't know if they're ever going to move those. Kind of trekking behind me here too, making sure everything's looking okay. One of these rounds we'll have to hop out at the end here and I can show you guys the coulee, but I don't know, you might be able to see it here too, actually. God, it is so nice having GPS and everything nowadays there, Bruce. That is one thing I could just not overstate enough. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready to turn around here. It's a little bit interesting down here too. Have to really get close because it's interesting with the manual tractor as well, so. Alright, turn our seat off. Rear seater's out of the ground. We're going to try to crank it tight and not kill the tractor because we are kind of going downhill and then back uphill. Guys, it's definitely not a moment where you want to kill the tractor because it would not be very fun trying to get out of this thing. Alright, let's see it. No, we're good. Woo, nice. Yeah, there's some pretty big coulees down this way too, so that's like I said, a little bit later on we'll pop out and we can show you kind of what the end of that field looks like because it's a little gnarly. Everything seems to be working good, so I'm always kind of, actually I'll show you guys what I'm looking at over here on this right side as well there too. Yeah, it just kind of depends on the field there too, so what Josh is asking, yeah, about 5 minutes kind of per pass, and it just depends because, yeah, these fields aren't very uniform just because we do have the coulee on this one side, but most of the square fields are either a half a mile or a mile long. So the mile long ones it can take, let's see, what is it, like 20 minutes, 15, well it depends on how fast we're going to, but some of them it's like 15 minutes one way. And how's it going there, Hodge and John? Nice to see you guys. Oh, and I'm glad you're enjoying it, John. I love doing these like actual live streams on the Real Life Farm and getting to answer your guys' questions. And it's just fun because this is my job and I get to show it with you guys, so I'm pretty lucky. Pretty lucky my boss even lets me do it too. Yes, exactly, Hoonigan. Yeah, this old Flexicoil, I'll tell you what, so if you guys just kind of started following the channel, we hadn't actually used this air seeder for about 10 or 11 years. So we have our John Deere air seeder too, and we've always been using that, but this last year, the boss decided he wanted to use this air seeder as well because it's different. So our other one's a disc drill and this is a hoe drill. And these types of ones leave a little bit deeper of a furrow, so that way a little bit more rain can actually get in there. So he decided this last fall that he wanted to get this thing fixed up and use it again, and it was kind of a job getting everything kind of unseized and everything after sitting for 10 or 11 years because, yeah, its fertilizer is really corrosive, so it rusts stuff. So it's been sitting there rusting for like 10 or 11 years. So it was kind of a job getting everything going again, but it's been working really good now. Oh, that would be pretty sweet there, Josh. Yeah, and if you guys don't know, Keg and Josh have been working on a map of our real life farm here for Farming Simulator, and that's going to be so amazing getting to see that. So, yeah, and a special thank you to Keg and Josh for all the help they've been doing, especially Keg. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Kegarino has been helping me with some video editing stuff and just some stuff with the channel. So if you guys see any title changes or thumbnail changes on some of my videos, yeah, just let you know that, yeah, Keg's kind of going in there and adding a little bit of stuff, and he's trying to help me become a better YouTuber. So yeah, thank you again, Keg. I really appreciate all the help, buddy. Alt zero button. Yeah, exactly right. Hey, Groot, how's it going there, buddy? Nice to see ya. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm actually glad we kind of got it fixed up there too, Duke, because it's going to be pretty handy. So I chatted about it in that earlier stream too. But we're going to use this air seeder for wheat, and then we're going to use the John Deere air seeder for peas. So that way we don't have to switch between different crops, because with peas, they're actually a little bit deeper in the ground than we're putting the wheat. So the wheat's going to be about 1.5 inches and then to an inch, so yeah, inch to an inch and a half deep, and then the peas are going to be about inch and a half to inch and 3/4, or yeah, inch and 3/4 deep. So yeah, just a little bit deeper on the peas. So if we just have both air seeders set up for certain crops, it's just going to make everything a whole lot simpler. So you plant butts. I don't know what you're talking about there, Loves Me. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but welcome in. We're planting spring wheat right now. Alright, let's see here. I better get some water too. Been drinking energy drink all afternoon. Hydration's good too. Loves Me. You gotta act like an adult or you're gonna get kicked out of here, just to let you know. One of my moderators are gonna time you out if you don't act like an adult. Just one, Jake. I'm the only person on the farm here right now, so my uncle's actually at church tonight. So that means I'm the only person out here. Because yeah, we only have 2 people who work on the farm. So it's just me and the uncle, and when he's not here, it's just me kind of running around. All right, there, Loves Me. You're getting put in timeout. I kind of forgot I could actually time people out as well, too. I'm not used to moderating stuff when I'm doing my own live streams. That's pretty simple, though, I'll tell you that. But yeah, how you doing there, Jake? Nice to see you, buddy. But yeah, this is pretty much what I'll be doing all day. And so like tomorrow, I'll probably be out here about 7:30, however long it takes me to get everything serviced. And then I'll be in the tractor probably from about 8 o'clock until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, it'll be at least a 12-hour day, I'd say, or 13 or 14-hour day, just depending on how everything goes and what the weather is going to be like too. So yeah, it's a little bit longer days, but it's not too bad when you're sitting in a tractor for a lot of the day as well too, though. And yeah, if you guys want to see some more stuff in the cab, just ask me as well too. How's it going there, Nils? Yep, so we got the spring wheat going in right now. That's what we're seeing right now, is just our spring wheat. And then we'll have peas we're going to be doing as well too. And Hodge, I'll probably work, let's see, what time is it, 5:30? Probably about, I don't know, 8:30 or 9 o'clock. We'll kind of see when I have to refill and everything like that too, which actually I should check that. But yeah, I'll probably be out here for at least another 3 hours, if not 4 type of thing. Oh yeah, no problem there, Biggie. It's like I said, I kind of forgot I can moderate here too, so. But yeah, we got about 36.6 acres done on this tank load. Actually, I'll show you guys that here in a little bit as well too. Oh yeah, no, that's okay there, Jake, and you're welcome, buddy. It's kind of a thankless job, and we're pretty used to that, but that's definitely one thing I've noticed with the YouTube stuff is it is pretty cool how many people appreciate farming. So that's actually, I'll gotta turn around here quick, but that's my dad was asking me the one day after I told him about the YouTube channel, and he's like, is there like a lot of people that are just kind of trolling on you type of thing, being like, oh, you guys are trying to kill everyone with all your chemical and stuff? And I was like, no, I'd say 99% of the people in the YouTube community are just all awesome people that want to learn about farming and stuff. That's what I was really worried about when I started the channel, was kind of trolls and different people. But it's like, yeah, it's just amazing how many awesome people we got in our community here. Alright, everything should be good. Alright. that's what we're reaching at over here. So this is our Outback GPS, and how it works is we just got to get pretty close to that little red line here, and then once we're close enough, all I have to do is hit this little steering wheel button on the top, and it just takes over, and it's built in to the actual steering itself. And yeah, the GPS just kind of does its thing, and I don't have to worry about it at all. It makes it super handy. Oh yeah, and here, if you guys have any questions, like I said, I'll show you this stuff as well too. So this is the monitor for the actual FlexiCoil air seeder. And what I keep checking here is our area. So this little button up here, tap that, and it shows how many acres you have done. So every time I refill the air cart, I just reset this to 0, so that way I know how many acres I have done. And the reason I'm doing that is because the actual tank sensors on this thing don't work. So yeah, they're kind of way off. So that's why I just have to use the actual area. So I can get about 100 acres on my fertilizer tank before I have to refill. There we go. You know, I actually really enjoy that Outback there, Nils, just because, yeah, the Green Star, man, it seems like every update something gets broken with it. It's just overly complicated. I like that Outback just because it's simple. It's definitely not as accurate. You can actually kind of see it through the fields, and you'll probably be able to see it in some of the drone footage, but it almost kind of weaves back and forth a little bit, and the John Deere is just a lot more accurate. But for what it is, and how long we've actually had this Outback system, it does an awesome job. So this field, Jake, is 100, I think it's 100 or 120 acres. These ones are really weird just because they aren't part of the part of the coulee, so they're not uniform. Most of our fields are either like 160, 320, 80, and yeah, that's kind of the normal sizes. Yep. Oh yeah, one of them anyways there. And yeah, nothing on the back. So, and that's the other thing too, guys. As soon as we get monetized, we are going to open up the merch shop, so you guys can get some sweet Dirt Farmer merch as well too. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if they did actually work there, Josh. I think on PC you guys do have some stuff, some mods that actually make it pretty realistic. I know I've seen, well, I think, yeah, I've seen you use some that are kind of like that. I know I've seen Big Sky use some, and then I'm trying to think of who else. Maybe it's Jake. Do you use something like that for kind of the screen stuff? How many fields? I don't know the actual number of fields, but we have about 5,000 acres on this farm. So we actually have this farm here, which is like my grandpa's main farm, and then that way we have my dad's farm, and he's got about 6,000 acres now. And then that way we have my other uncle's farm, and he's got about 5,000 acres as well too. So total we're about 16,000-ish. Well, it's kind of tough to say because there's a lot of grass in there too, so I always just say 14 to 15,000 acres if we're not counting all the grass and stuff. Because yeah, we actually own quite a bit of this coulee as well too, and that stuff's not farmable, so it's like, do you really count it type of thing? Hey there, Jacob, nice to see you, buddy. And FS Landscaping, nice to see you as well too. Yeah, the real dashboard mod, that's what I was thinking of, Jake. Yeah, we definitely don't have that one on the old console here. Yeah, and like I said, guys, if you have any questions or want to see some more stuff around the cab too, let me know. And we'll do a quick check here and make sure everything's looking good, which it is. And actually, when we hop out too, I can show you some of the problems we've had with this thing today. It hasn't been a whole lot, but there has been a couple little ones. Well, I hope anyways. So that's the other thing too, since the last live stream we did a little bit earlier today, it is way windier now. So I think the wind went up about 30 miles an hour the last couple hours, and it's just kind of getting nasty right now. Oh really, FS Landscape? Well, it's getting a little bit later here anyways. It's about 5:30 here, so yeah, that would be weird. It's like kind of pitch black for you guys, and middle of the night, it's still light over here. Actually, if the clouds go out, we might have a pretty gorgeous sunset. Right now, I can't even see the clouds, and yeah, we got at least 3 more hours of daylight around here. How's it going there, FBI 911? Nice to see you. Well, I haven't seen you in here before, but yeah, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We're just doing a little real-life farming out here today. Well, that's a pretty good question there, Jake. The steers are not acting as nicely as we'd like them to. We've been trying to feed them out, but they're just not coming up too much, so we're trying to kind of coax them to that side of the pasture so they'll eat their feed. They really like their feed, but every day they keep going to the other side of the pasture type of thing, so. Well, thank you there, FBI 911. Sorry, we're just kind of watching what you're saying. Yeah, just be an adult or you're going to get timed out. Well, there we go. Yep, guys, that's anyone new that's popping in, just act like an adult or else you are going to get timed out. We have lots of moderators in here helping us out. Thank you again to all the moderators. And you guys make live streaming so much easier. I'm trying to focus on other stuff. I kind of forgot. I can kick people out as well there too. Actually, yeah, Jake. There we go. It's always nice to have lots of moderators, especially people I can trust, so. Tell Biggie. Alright, we're getting ready to turn around down here again. And actually, when I stop up here one of these times, I'm going to have to find a pretty decent spot to actually stop, because it is like really bad going off some of these edges here, so. And here, actually, I don't know, can you guys even really see? I'm trying to look at it. This thing is just beeping away at me here. Alright, here we go. Actually, slow her down just a little tiny bit. Alright, let's get this thing filled out. Turn our seat off. Give a little more fuel here so we don't kill the tractor. That's a little rough. Alright, pop this thing back in, turn our seat on, and we're good to go. Oh, it's always interesting. Sure everything's okay. Sometimes we do have to kind of help the GPS a little tiny bit because it does take a little bit to kind of get straight again. After that, that's pretty good. Alright, we're going to actually try to get the right amount of throttle there. Hey there, Locke. Nice to see you, buddy. Yep, this is going to be kind of my home for a while. Yeah, so every day except for Sunday, yeah, I'll be probably doing this unless it rains. Like I said, it's not the worst job in the world. I actually really enjoy it. It's kind of nice doing just one job compared to like 25 different jobs. Like the last couple of weeks, it was just been so crazy. So it's kind of nice to just be able to sit in the tractor and do one thing. Stream. tour of the whole thing here. Make sure it's not too dirty in here. It's a little bit dirty, but not bad. So yeah, here's kind of our steering wheel here, and then the old Case IH here. We got all our AC stuff, and it's nice having the air conditioning fixed that I fixed this winter. And that's one thing, our tach is not accurate at all. Speedometer does work though, so that's good. I also have tons of stuff in here, so usually most farmers wouldn't have this many random bags in here, but I have all my stuff for filming things. So I got a little GoPro case, my drone up here and stuff, so lots of stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of our main stuff here. Steering wheel. Then we got a little cab compared to the John Deere. So lunchbox, gotta have your food. Got our road repellent thing over here. Kind of sort of works. You gotta have the toolbox in case stuff breaks. So actually I had to use it a little bit earlier today. And I don't remember. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my nut driver, but the boss shoved it in a hose. Oh, and he really shoved it in there, so put that back in there. Get that guy shut. Yep, always gotta have your water. We shove all kinds of random stuff back here, so I always like to have a couple pairs of gloves and a couple coats and stuff in case it gets cold and windy like it is right now. Now on this side we got more stuff and boxes. We should really clean some of this stuff out of here if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, let's see what else we got here. That's kind of got a cup holder under here and our little dinner tray. Okay, yeah, the gator is down there too, so that's where my dinner's at. A little bit better custom-made cup holders here and stuff, and we can kind of shove some things between the window and the little console there. That's one thing with this tractor too. This is a manual tractor, so this one does not have any type of automatic shifting stuff in it. You gotta shift it yourself type of thing. So we got our range stick, and then we actually got our gear stick. So yeah, it's a 2-stick transmission here. Yeah, and then this is all of our hydraulics. So this one is just for our up and down. So this is the one I'm using the most. That controls the height of our actual shanks in the ground there. And then the second one's actually for winging it up for transport mode. And then the one we have locked up here is for our fan. So that's making our fan speed and locking it in there. That's why it's kind of pushed forward, because it's constantly running the whole time. So that way the fan's running. And right there is what we always like to have pulled up, and that's our fan speed. That way we know our fan's working, because if your fan is not working on your air seeder, you're gonna plug up everything instantly type of thing. So you gotta have the air going through there. Hey there, Big A, nice to see you, buddy. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on any of that stuff, oh, and here's kind of our, I guess, all our gauges and stuff there too. So our oil pressure and temp gauge and fuel and battery voltage, that one doesn't work anymore. And our hour meter. Actually, and then up top here, I guess I never really show them some of this stuff. Little Case IH emblem, and got all of our lights, and the lights barely work on this thing. And this would be Bonehead's favorite button right here. We've got our start aid, aka the ether button right there. Gotta love the ether button. And then the radio that barely works. All kinds of fun stuff. So, you know, not bad for a tractor that I think it was made 1994, these Case IH 9280s. So yeah, definitely not a bad little tractor here. There we go. I'm gonna turn you guys down so you can actually see a little bit more there too. Always kind of interesting trying to get the angles and stuff. Alright. Hey there, BC. Nice to see you, buddy. Yes, we are finally putting the seat in the ground. FS28s. Yeah, no kidding. Man, that would be pretty sweet if we did have graphics this good. From in the front portion of your jeans, sitting in a tractor like this all day, scooting around. pond and get to see the other pond. And man, the wind is getting nasty. Try to see if you guys can see it over there. So there's a bigger pond over on that side. You can barely see it, it looks like, through the camera. And there's also some dirt blowing off the neighbor's field. Actually, that might be off our field. Kind of tough to tell from this angle, but yeah, we can have tons of water, and at the same time we have such sandy ground that the sand can be blown away too. It's kind of wild. Actually, I wonder if I can figure that out. I should maybe figure it out if I can switch you guys so you can see the front as well there too. So we're just gonna pull it out of the ground and just run right down here so we can stop by the gate and grab our dinner. Actually, I don't even do that, so I try to get a little bit closer to this pond here as well. And never mind, that looks pretty wet. Abort! Let's not go near the pond. I think we were good enough. So yeah, back there, that's the little water pond we're trying to not put the air seeder in. Oh yeah, it's a little bit muddy back there. So I should have shut that off too. Let's see, we're going to try to get lined up here. Seed out a little bit of this stuff. Throw the GPS on for like 10 feet here. Turn our seed back on and we're good to go. Like I said, it's going to be for like 10 feet, then we're going to stop up here. Oh yeah, that sand is blowing too. Man, that's nasty. I don't like that one bit. I guess. Let's see, I was gonna maybe turn you guys around. So yep, there's the gator over there. So boss said he left the dinner out for me, and actually you can see right in front of us, you can see some of that dirt blowing off the field coming straight at us type of thing. Man, it's kind of nasty out there. Let's see here, I'll just set you guys over here for now. Or back here, I guess. Never mind. All right, I'll be back here in just a second. Oh, actually, I can show you guys some of the stuff on the air seeder here quick. Grab the phone here. Hey there, Ninja. How's it going there, buddy? Doing some spring wheat right now. So, yep, not winter wheat, spring wheat. If you guys are wondering the difference between winter wheat and spring wheat is planted in the spring and winter wheat's planted in the winter. Oh. Yeah, that wind's a little bit nasty. There you can hear the fan squealing away over there. It just screams type of thing. So I actually do have a hat mount here too, Josh, but I just don't have it on right now, obviously. So I'll show you guys. I didn't break it, Kubota. We're just grabbing some dinner here quick. Showing you guys some stuff. How's it going there, buddy? Nice to see you too. And yeah, like I said, sorry about the wind. It is nasty out here. So this is what I was having some issues with earlier here today. Was one of our hoses kept plugging up here. And there wasn't anything wrong with it other than the hose was just a little bit too long. And when it's too long, it doesn't actually have enough air pressure to push the seed through there. So it was kind of sitting down like that. So everything was getting stuck at this low point. So I just had to trim off a little bit and then plug it back in. Good ever since. But that's one thing that's nice about the John Deere air seeder. It has some type of block on it. On this Flexicoil, we only have one blockage sensor per tower. So we got one on this tower, we got one on that tower, one on that tower. So it's like, yeah, you don't know if actually a little, and all those block sensors are is just a little pin, and it just makes sure that there's stuff going through the hose. Oh, and yeah, here's, I guess, kind of the outside of it. So yeah, not a very big tank on this thing. This is tiny compared to our John Deere one. See, what is it? I want to say like 200 bushel maybe? That much. The other ones, our John Deere air cart's 430 bushels, so it's like twice the size of this one. Or it might, I don't know. I can't actually even remember there. There's a good old 9280, aka my home. Holy windy, by the way, too. You guys are probably just getting wind noise and nothing else. Try to walk a bit easier. There's my dinner. Ooh. That is very windy. Sand blowing everywhere. Holy cow. Woo. Yeah, it's a whole lot nicer in here. Door's a bit hard to shut when it's that windy too. All right, here I'm actually going to take a quick break because I've drank a lot of energy drink and water today, so I'll be back in just a second here, guys. I'll hop out quick. All right. Out there, but the pivots are drained, and I think we're actually ready to go here again. I'm almost wondering if I should maybe move the gator, but I think we'll be okay. So let's see if you guys have said anything. Hey there, Travis. We are working, buddy. How's it going there, Redneck? Nice to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Yep, exactly, Josh. Got to drain the pivot. Yes, I disappeared, Legacy. How's it going there, buddy? Nice to see ya. All right, I think we're good to go here again. Oh, actually, here, I did have a text from the boss. Better check that out. Okay, no, we're good. Good, that's Snapchat. All right, yeah, we're ready to roll. Here, I might turn you guys down a little bit more here again. Rotate, yeah. Maybe, if it works. Sure everything's tight. That's one problem in a shaky tractor, trying to keep things smooth. But that's about the nicest thing about the GoPro. And off we go here again. Get turned around. We're gonna get our GPS set here. Right about now. Start dropping this thing down. Seat on, and we go again. There we go, that should work. Everything's looking good. Nice, now I can see what I got for dinner too. It's also the nicest thing about seating too is it's the one time of the year I don't have to make my own dinner, so it's always nice. My aunt makes us some nice dinners for when we're out in the field here. That way I don't have to try to cook dinner at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Would not be very convenient. Let's see, we're going to pull this thing out here actually so we're not wasting seed. Let the GPS run for a second. Yeah, sorry guys. Once we get up here about another 20, 30 feet, I'll be on GPS mode again, and then I can look at my phone and answer any questions. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. Tell you what, it's always a good time whenever we can get started seeding and don't have too many problems. Put this thing back down. Turn our seat on. We're good to go. All right. That's looking good. Hope the stream keeps cutting out. Oh, I wonder, I kept kind of closing my phone out. I wonder if that's what it was. Yeah, we'll see if it keeps doing it. Here, Ninja. Yeah, thank you for letting me know as well there too, buddy. It's very windy, I'll say that, Travis. Exactly, just a little extra fertilizer on the seeds. Well, yeah, thank you there, Redneck. It's always fun getting to do these live ones too, because you know it is my job, and that's like usually I try to stream Farming Simulator on Wednesday nights around this time, but obviously that would not be happening right now because my Xbox is over that way, not the tractor. Oh, that would be pretty crazy there, Josh. Man, you know, we got 23 awesome people in here as well too. Okay, Charles, yep, so the spring wheat, we're shooting for about 1.5 inches. We try not to go deeper than 1.5 inches. So about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches is kind of where we like to be with our spring wheat. And that goes for winter wheat too. But then the peas that we're going to be seeding later, those are going to be a little bit deeper. We want them just kind of under 1.5 inches. And it just kind of depends for different plants and the different depths, how strong they are in actually pushing out of the ground and stuff too. So. Yeah, Josh, so yeah, I accidentally closed my phone out for a second, so that's, I think, probably what it was, because me accidentally shut my phone off. And thank you guys for that. Well, thank you, Travis. Yeah, it's like I always said, man, it's so cool. It's kind of crazy to imagine, like, live streaming farming while I'm out here working. Like, I wouldn't imagine doing this 10 years ago. Like, not even thought of it remotely. There's no way. So it's just, yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to even actually do this, and with such nice quality too. So that's the nice thing about the GoPro, is it does make a pretty high quality stream. Yeah, it should be running at 720p. So if your guys' streams are looking really low quality, maybe check your streaming settings and see if it can get boosted up a little bit too. Hey there, GDB Outdoors. How you doing there? Nice to see you. We're out here doing some work today. And Tony, how's it going there, buddy? Nice to see you. I tried to. I've done it well enough years now, Hoonigan. So, yeah, this will be my 5th year at my uncle's farm, but I've been, well, ever since I was little, kind of old enough to run the tractor, I've been kind of running it during seeding and stuff. So, yeah, I've got lots and lots of years, well, about 28 years of experience. I guess probably not quite 28, but that's how old I am. Yeah, so this is kind of what we do. That's, like I said, some years it's like a month I'll be in this tractor, so you do get bored and stuff. And that's the other nice thing with technology, is it is nice being able to watch other people streaming and stuff. So I got to catch Tony stream a little bit of it today after I got things going in here, and then got to watch Bruce this afternoon, and I got to watch Steve a little bit, iFarmer Steve a little bit earlier before Bruce's stream, and yeah, it's pretty nice when you can watch people stream and then do a live stream, all from the comfort of a nice tractor. So the John Deere tractor, actually, I'll show you there again, Travis. Oh, that's awesome to hear there, Josh. That's the one thing I always hated about the other live streams, is they just look so bad. But yeah, kind of straight over there, that's the farm, and there's a little tiny yellow tank sitting over there, and that's actually the John Deere air seeder. So yeah, we're actually about a mile away from the farm right now as the bird flies. But yeah, that's where the John Deere tractor's at. John Deere air seeder, and I still actually need to get finished working on the John Deere air seeder. There we go. It's kind of true there, BC. Man, John Deere parts are just outrageous. That's the nice thing about this thing. It's pretty cheap parts, except the only problem with these Flexicoils, because they are so old. So yeah, I want to say this Flexicoil air seeder is like 1992 is when this one was made. So the only problem is they don't actually make new Flexicoils anymore. So it's kind of hard finding parts and stuff nowadays. That's actually one of our neighbors over this way. They were having some real problems trying to find certain parts for their Flexicoil air seeder. Off some of this energy drink here, you know, about 6 o'clock at night. If I want to sleep tonight, I better finish this thing soon. Yeah, it's like I was talking about earlier too, it's kind of crazy, all the technology, and just all the technology I have in the cab with me now. So yeah, usually most days I got the cell phone. Well, I always have the cell phone with me, and now I carry the GoPro. And I carry the drone with me too, so it's lots and lots of stuff. And actually, yeah, you guys never actually really got to see the drone before too, so I might show that off as well. Show you how quickly it is for setting it up type of thing. So there it is. Not too huge or anything like that. All you do is flip it out. I'm kind of watching because we are going to have to turn around up here in a little bit. And there we go. Drone's ready to fly, except for that other one I didn't get put up there, and it almost takes longer just to get the phone set up. That's the controller and how that guy works. Slide this little piece out there, so that's your actual phone holder, and then underneath that you have a little plug-in that plugs into your phone. That way you have a screen for running the drone. So yeah, it's pretty cool and pretty simple setting up as well too. I've definitely gotten pretty fast at getting it set up as well there too. Get this thing put away, hopefully before the end of the field here too. Yeah, and actually earlier today, man, we got some really cool drone shots. I'm looking forward to checking some of those out. Yeah, and so that's the other thing too. Yeah, Kegarino's the very first person that gets to see some of this stuff now too. It's kind of the insider look at it. Yeah, and then I always carry a couple batteries, extra batteries for the drone in here and stuff as well too, just because you can't only get like 20 minutes of flight time with the little drone here. One of these days I'm gonna have to maybe upgrade to one of the newer drones, a little bit better battery and AI technology and stuff as well too. But it does a pretty amazing job, that's for sure. Hey there, Nathan. Nice to see you, buddy. Oh yeah, gotta have that coffee. Gotta have that caffeine, that's for sure. You kids and your technology. It is pretty cool, I will say that. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have to turn around up here. Ew, and this one's gonna be a little gnarly, so actually I'm gonna show you guys. You guys can see the coulee there in front of us. Like I said, it's kind of a drop off, but I'm going to get you thrown back up here quick because I do have to kind of turn the tractor around. So slow down a little bit. That way we don't just drive off of this thing. Actually, this next time I turn around, I might try to flip you guys around so you can see the view off the edge of the tractor here, because we get pretty close to the edge of this thing. I don't know if the GoPro does it justice or not, but it is pretty steep on this edge here. Gotta get a little more fuel. So yeah, I really just try to listen to the tractor right here, make sure it's not gonna die. Get our GPS set. Drop this thing down. There we go. Doesn't do too bad. Yeah, I think next time we're going to turn you guys around so you can kind of see how deep that thing is. This one's not too bad compared to some of the other ones either, actually. Oh, let's just gonna throw a mint in here quick. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool earlier too. So Neil, another real life farmer, he said they're planting some corn right now, and I haven't talked to Chad lately, but I'm kind of wondering if he's started seeding or not yet. Also, yeah, this is not nicotine. These things are little mints. That's all it is. It's just kind of ground up mint leaves. It's supposed to help you quit chewing tobacco in nicotine pouches. So that's kind of my New Year's resolution, was to quit nicotine this year. So it's been going pretty good too. We are very close to FS Landscaping, so 126 hours left. This last week has just shot up, so thank you again to everybody who's been watching some of the videos again and just helping get those hours up. I really appreciate it, guys, because it has been a little bit stressful around here on the farm the last 2 weeks, and yeah, it was just kind of one more thing that was just a little bit more stress on top of everything else. So thank you to everyone, and yeah, thank you to Tony and everyone else that's been kind of promoting it in some of their streams as well too. So thank you to all of you guys. I really appreciate it. Yep, it's spring wheat, Tony. So yeah, we got spring wheat in here, and we're gonna have spring wheat in this air seeder, and then in the John Deere air seeder, we're gonna be planting peas in that one. So just yellow peas is what we're gonna be seeding in the John Deere. Yeah, it's kind of like that back off stuff, Tony, except this stuff tastes a lot better. I don't like that back off stuff. I've tried all kinds of different of the nicotine-free pouches. So actually, Keg, I think there's a Flexicoil cultivator in game, I'm pretty sure, or a Harrow, one of the two. I think there is something Flexicoil in Farming Simulator, but not an air seeder, which is kind of surprising because there is a ton of Flexicoil air seeders around. Yeah, I kind of forgot you could see that too there, Keg. I was just like, how does Keg know? It's like, oh yeah, he's an editor on the channel, so. Oh really, Biggie? That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I say everyone kind of all around the whole country is kind of getting ready to go, or trying to go anyways. There's a couple people around here going, actually, you guys won't be able to see it, but there's one neighbor probably about 10 miles up that way. I can see the dust coming off their machine, and I'm trying to look around here, see if any of the other neighbors are going. So before cell phones and all the other fun technology we have now, that was kind of what you'd do, is you'd sit out here in the tractor, you'd listen to the radio and hope it was playing something good, and you'd kind of watch what the other neighbors are doing. Which it is pretty interesting some days, just kind of seeing what everyone else is doing. That's the cool thing about Montana, is we are just so flat, you can literally see for miles. So that's like, my dad's place is about 12 miles over, kind of, yeah, straight to the west in me, and I can literally see his grain elevator from right here. And it's, yeah, literally 12 miles straight that way. It's like, oh yeah, there's my dad's elevator. It's like, yeah, we're pretty flat. Okay, Josh. Yeah, that's like, I knew there was at least some stuff. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that, yeah, Hatson Digital Terminator, I'm thinking that's like actually a Flexicoil that got bought out, because yeah, Flexicoil, I think got bought out by Case IH or New Holland or something like that at one point. Because yeah, they don't make new FlexiCoils anymore. Well, thank you, FS Landscaping. That's a lot of people have said that, so I don't know. I just love doing it. Getting to hang out with you guys and show you guys my job. I'm pretty sure Ninja actually asked last year, actually during a live stream in the fall when we were doing the same thing, like if I'd ever quit farming and just do YouTube stuff full time. And it's like, oh, I just love doing this stuff. So I don't think there's any way I'd ever quit my job, because that is my content too. So it's just such an awesome part of it, especially being the family farm too. It's cool getting to show you guys kind of everything my grandpa built up over the years. Actually, Travis, my dad does have an old Big Bud that's, I think the transmission's out on it over at his place. But yeah, one of these days when I'm over at my dad's place, I'm gonna have to show you guys some of the tractors he's got over there. Hey there, little Miss Brooks, nice to see ya. 18-meter working with, 450 horsepower. Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Oh man, I really wish we had a changer for liters over to bushels and console. That'd be nice. I'll risk it into you were. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, no, they're good old air seeders though. That's lots and lots of guys ran these FlexiCoils for a lot of years, and there's still a lot of these FlexiCoils around here too. So, all right, I said I'm always checking to make sure the boss isn't texting me or anything here too. Yeah, BC, yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Case IH New Holland is who bought out FlexiCoil, but yeah, that's like that other one we have. What is it, the Hatzer Hirschler, the one in Farming Simulator, that air seeder. I don't know where that one even came from, unless they just kind of copied the design type of thing. But it is a pretty simple design, so it does work out. Check our area here too. We've got 51 acres, so we can do about 50-ish more acres until we're going to run out of fertilizer. And then our wheat, yeah, we can do about 130 acres on the wheat, but it won't matter because we do have to fill up the fertilizer first. So yeah, that total for today, let's see, about 130, and then yeah, we got about probably 140 acres seeded so far today, and that's kind of a late start in the day too, so yeah, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, pretty much everything other than that one hose we had issues with has been working really good today too, so it's a pretty awesome start to seeding time. And I got to do 2 live streams today, so that's pretty good too. Every once in a while, I do like to kind of just, actually here, I'll show you guys too while I'm looking at it here, so you know what I'm talking about. So every once in a while, I do like to, I wonder if I can zoom in here. Just a second. Nope, that doesn't work. But I do like to kind of just look at like each tower and just see if there's any wheat flying in the air. Because that's actually one thing you can do, is you can actually almost see some of the wheat or fertilizer blowing out in the wind if you have a broken hose. So we do just kind of try to keep an eye on everything. It's all looking like it's working great. And there's our little mud hole down there again. And the front view. And honestly, I don't even really look out the front that much. Usually I'm looking backwards most of the time. It's just an absolutely beautiful day out here. Actually, a little bit of some sun poking through the bottom of those clouds over there. It's probably going to be a pretty nice little sunset, actually. Alright. Yeah, oh, that would always be so nice there, Jake, the unit conversion. It's like, Oh, yeah. So not having to look at leaders all the time. Yes, oh, I always love doing these live streams. It's one of my favorite things to do, Keg. Because it is a little bit easier and simpler to do than trying to edit everything. But I also do love doing all the editing, especially the short videos and stuff. Those are pretty fun. I do actually have a unit conversion. Sometimes when I'm playing Farming Simulator, I'll have it pulled up so I can convert things over just to see how much they hold and stuff BC. Like some of the in-game bins and stuff. It's like, I wonder how many bushels that bin actually is. Kind of nerd out a little bit over it. Oh, that's the awesome thing with Farming Simulators. It's just such a fun way to nerd out about different stuff. As if I don't do enough farming stuff anyways. Alright, we're going to turn around up here. Get our seat turned off. Very curious on why the boss seated one pass along here too. Not sure what the idea was behind that. Getting ready to turn our GPS back on when we're close. That should work. Just going to try to get over here a little bit. Start getting our air seater dropped back down. Turn our seat on. And away we go. You know, that's a little too much throttle there. We didn't need that much. Back her off a little bit. Nice, there we go. Oh yeah, and actually there's another good time. Speaking of Farming Simulator, if you guys are buying any of the Farming Simulator games or DLC, you can use the code DIRTFARMER if you're buying it from the Giants website, and I'll get a little tiny kickback myself. I think it's like a couple cents or like 2% or something. You get a little kickback for it. And yeah, it just helps the channel out. And actually, if I grow up more tiers in the Giants partner program, Giants will maybe send me free stuff, so that's always cool too. I like free stuff, so. Everyone's having a little lurking, and looks like milkshake and cookies are one of them. That sounds pretty good there too. Man, I never checked to see what we're gonna have for dinner here. We'll look at that real quick. Let's see, what do we got here? It's the other thing too, I usually don't know what I'm actually having for dinner, so it looks like some like Chinese food type stuff. That looks pretty good. It smells really good too. Tell you what, it's a lot better than I can cook. I think I'm gonna have a little zucchini here. I think that's what that is. Ooh, I lost the lid. That is good. That sauce is really good. Got some rice in here, some carrots, some beef. Kinds of good stuff. That's going to be delicious later, I'll tell you that much. Always enjoyable having a nice meal on the tractor. Throw that back in there so it stays warm. Better make sure everything's working back here still. Really, why not? That's awesome. Little side-by-side seat. Yeah, a little bit different in game. You usually don't spend like 6 hours seating one field in game. It takes a little bit longer in real life though. Packers are doing okay. Oh, that's the other thing too. I'm gonna turn you guys around once we get a little closer to the end there too, so you can actually see how deep that coulee is. Now I'm hungry. 1:17 a.m. Ooh, it's like a little midnight snack there. Again, actually, I still got leftover lunch there too, so I could have a little snack of that as well there too. Those jalapeno chips sound pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That's the one thing I need to bring with I always like to have like a little grocery bag, and then I just hang it up here somewhere in the tractor so I have a little garbage bag. But I did not bring it today because I was in a rush, and like I said, I didn't know we were going to be seeding today until this morning, so. It is always nice if you can kind of keep things a little bit cleaner in the cab, because like I said, I'm going to be spending probably next 3 or 4 weeks in this thing, so I do try to have it smelling pretty decently and somewhat clean anyways. And yeah, if you leave food around, chance mice might get in here and try to eat it, so it's always nice to keep things a little bit cleaner. Yeah, then actually, so after I get done seeding this field, we're actually going to be heading about, let's see, what is it, about 4 or 5 miles just kind of north of here, and that's the next field we're actually going to be seeing. And here you guys will be able to see that. Or maybe. So there's a ridge kind of up that way, and we're going to be seeding right next to the ridge is actually the next field we're doing. So, and that's going to be a pretty normal sized field. That's going to be 160 acres. And that one should be pretty smooth sailing up there. Yeah, some of these are always just a little interesting and weird, and they take a little bit more time just because you do have to kind of go around the coulee and stuff. I do like my big square rectangle fields, just always a lot simpler and nicer. So this is actually one of the smaller ones in all honesty, a little this front, so I guess we can't really see the edge of it over that way. But yeah, this one's 100 acres, so it's kind of smaller compared to all our other fields. I'd say majority of our fields are all 160s, so 160 acres is pretty normal for our fields anyways. LMB, I don't know what, oh, Little Miss Brooks, okay, I was like, what are you talking about, why not? That makes sense, though. Kind of curious too. I'm actually wondering if my dad and brother got seen. I haven't talked to them for a couple of days. Except I know they're kind of crazy busy over there, so it's a thing you always try not to call people up when they're super busy, but it's really hard this time of the year, so. Actually, some days if the dust is right, I can almost see if my brother and dad are seeding over there. See a big old cloud of dust. Was kind of one time last year, yeah, I just saw a big old dust cloud. I was like, you guys out there working the field right now? And Brett's like, yeah, we are. It's like, yeah, I can kind of see that from 12 miles over here. You're not really wrong there, Legacy. Until we get down to this end of the field, then you're definitely going to see the end of it. So, because it drops off very quickly. Kind of goes down, and that's the end of the field. At least we don't have like a cliff on the end of this field. So some of the other fields kind of deeper down the coulee there, it's a 110-foot drop off the end of the field. It's literally a straight drop off. So you guys have probably seen that in some of the drone videos. And yeah, I did measure it with the drone. That's the other thing that's really handy about the drone too, is you can kind of measure height with it. So that's actually how I measured height on some of our buildings for Legacy. Is yeah, just using the drone, and you kind of set it on the ground and that's 0, and then you just move up to whatever height you're kind of level with the camera, and that's how you measure stuff. But yeah, some of the cliffs on the edge of those fields are literally 110 feet. Actually, it's more than 110 feet drop-offs down to the bottom, and it's a straight sheer drop-off down to the bottom. And it's like, yeah, you would definitely not want to go off the edge of those because you'd have a very bad time. 8-mile bench, no, I'm not Legacy. These graphics are amazing. How's it going there, Big Sky? How you doing there, buddy? Yeah, we're finally getting a little seed in the ground here. Yes, and saw Big Skies out messing with some equipment there too. I think he was playing around with the John Deere. Was it last week? And then actually, like I said, here in a little bit, I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can kind of get the front view, and you can kind of see how gnarly these coulees are. This is going to be an interesting one turning around here too, because it's kind of weird that it's going to be coming to a point, and it's a pretty sharp point as well. So it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a little interesting turning around on this one. Oh really? Oh yep, that time of the year, everybody wants their air seeders going, so I'll tell you what, we can definitely use some more blockage sensors on this Flexicoil, because yeah, we only have one blockage sensor per tower on this one, just because it is such an old Flexicoil. I've heard of it, I can't really even remember where it's at though, their Legacy, the 8 Mile Bench. Say it sounds familiar, but God, I can't really even think of it. Hey, no problem there, FS Landscaping. Yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning for you, so yeah, get some sleep there, buddy. And thank you for stopping in and hanging out for as long as you did there too, man. Appreciate that. It's 28 awesome people in here. Thank you, everyone who's hanging out. And I'm going to turn you guys around here quick. Oh, and this is going to be a little bit interesting because I got too many little different holders and stuff. Hopefully that'll work out okay. Let's see if we can get that set. Alright. Try to lock everything down here. Oh, that's definitely not tight at all there. I hope that thing doesn't fall off. Oh, there we go. Alright. So let's not go in the coulee here. Like I said, it's a little bit nasty. Right now we're going downhill and it's a pretty good angle. Like I'm kind of having to hold myself in the seat right now so I don't fall into the steering wheel. And it's a little cliff drop off of these guys, so we're going to try to get close so we get turned around. Get our seat shut off. Give it the throttle so we don't kill the tractor, because that would definitely not be good. More throttle there too. Alright, tractor's up on level-ish ground. The air seeder, however, is not. Alright, air seeder's in the ground, we got the seat on, and GPS is on, and we should be good to go. We're going to throttle back a little bit here. We'll try to turn you guys back around here. Actually, that worked out surprisingly well. See if I can get everything set here. It's a little bit rough right now. There we go. Hopefully that looks okay. Looks like it is. That's the nice thing about this GoPro Hero 11. It does have a front camera on it, or front screen on it as well too, so I can kind of see how it looks. Yeah, it's a pretty gnarly little drop off there. Okay. Okay, yep. Now I kind of know what you're talking about there, Legacy. Yeah, 8 Mile Bench. I guess yeah, I'm trying to think there's another name for it too. Yeah. Think of it now. Oh, yeah, it's my other uncle, so not the uncle that I work for here, but my other uncle hunts bighorn sheep over there sometimes. It's always something I've kind of wanted to hunt too, is bighorn sheep. That'd be a pretty cool hunt. You don't like that drop off there, Travis? Oh, it's part of it. I'll tell you what, the first couple of times I had to seed these fields when I first started working here, because yeah, my dad's place, there's nothing like that. This is pretty unique for our farm. Yeah, you're not going to have this unless you have coulees in your backyard. So my dad's farm has nothing like that. So the first couple of times I had to seed those, I was just like, oh, this is kind of sketchy. But you get used to it after a while, so just kind of got to trust your driving skills and hope you don't end up in the bottom. Just got to be a little bit careful. Oh, and I'm going to have to kind of keep an eye on the GoPro because it looks like our farm as well too, because I ride dirt bike when I have some time. And so yeah, we do climbing is what we do around here. We do any racing or anything. There's not many tracks around. Our closest dirt bike is like 80 miles away. Yeah, we don't do much racing. We do lots of hill climbing. So there's some small climb out in the coulee, literally in my backyard. And one of these days, GoPro, and I'll have to get a little while I'm down here doing some dirt biking as well too, because yeah, it's some pretty areas down here too, just off the end of our really cool. And then it's nice for hunting too, because there's lots of down in the coulees as well. So it's a nice area to have a farm, and I'm pretty lucky to get here and live here, and hopefully someday I get to well too. But like I said, see how that all works out. Never know with those things. Farms can turn over, or people are. So now we're just hoping one day we'll get to. Oh, is it getting super? Okay. Well, we still got a little bit left. Oh yeah, it's getting big. Alright guys, I think we'll probably actually here, let's see who's right now. We'll get to go to. I think Scott might. Oh, yeah, it is. So we're gonna go give our good friend Sim Freak, aka a little raid here, and I give you guys type in dirt when we go over there. So yeah, guys, go show Scott, aka Farm, little farm sim love. I know I sent you guys, and yeah, guys, later on, guys, over at Scott's streaming.